Hey, it's Brandon with Lady and the Lineman. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. Instead of doing a project, I want to talk about a product that I bought that I think will definitely enhance this whole little thing that I'm actually really new to. So I noticed that the audio quality in here isn't terrible, but if I try and do anything outside, it's trash. I'm sorry, Apple. Everything else is really, really good, and your microphone isn't even that bad, but it's not perfect. So I thought it'd be pretty simple to go on Amazon and just order a microphone. I actually thought there'd be like a huge variety of them, and honestly there's not. There's kind of just more of a variety of the same thing, and that is this. So these are all over the internet. They're like 25 or 30 bucks. Some places say they're 50% off because I guess people were paying $60 for these, but don't do that. They're terrible. They're absolute garbage. I've had like 3 of them too. They suck. But I mean, hey, if you really like them, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. I don't like them. I don't like them at all. And I don't feel bad about throwing them on the ground. I'm gonna put it that way. Okay, back to being somewhat mature. So I ended up buying a set that is... Did I have blue tape on my face the whole time? Dude. Alright, well I'm gonna leave that in if I did, so... where was I? Oh yeah. So I did see a set that was definitely interesting, but it was like $90. So there is that. I don't have a super cost-effective option for you. From the 5 minutes I've had them, they're awesome. So I have filmed this so far without any kind of microphone adjustment, and I'm gonna film the second half with it. I'm gonna show you real quick, but then I'm gonna put it in, because why would I want the whole video to sound like this? So this is the Hollyland Lark M1. Again, I got these off Amazon. You can buy them in a set of 2 or a set of 1. Individual. I don't think you can have a set of 1. You know what? Today you can. Today we have a set of 1. Well, I have a set of 2, but you could have a set of 1. That wasn't confusing. Okay, so comes in a really cool little case, pretty similar to like a Nintendo Switch or headphones or something, and this is even more like headphones. So it comes in this little charging case, and you have 2 microphones. So it comes with a small receiver. This is gonna plug into your phone. I don't have them plugged in yet because I have to plug this into my phone. So I'm gonna show you this before I do that. It's got little blinkies on it, so this is indicating that both microphones are on and it's in pairing mode. And it's got different buttons here. I really haven't played with them yet. You have multiple little dongle cables. So I have an iPhone 15, so I have a USB-C, and this will go into my phone. This thing comes with like, oops. So regular 3.5 millimeter to 3.5 millimeter. You have 2 of those. Lightning cable. So all the dongles have this. By the way, yes, dongle is an awesome word, and I use it pretty much as often as possible. Dongle, dongle, dongle. Now what? So, my son loves that word too. So, you have this. This is the output of this. So, you plug this little doohickey into there, and now, depending on what kind of phone you have, this would plug into your phone. It also comes with a really long USB to 3.5 millimeter jack, so you can plug it into your laptop if that's what you wanted to do. But yeah, we'll go through the features after I plug this in. Okay, microphone's now on and being used. So hopefully that sounds different and better, and I'm gonna know here in just a minute when I start editing this. But first, we're gonna talk about the features. One of the main features that Hollyland brags about with their system is a DSP chip, is what they call it. And it's a digital signal processing chip, which is kind of a general term. I mean, digital signal processing is that it's digital signal processing, and audio is a digital signal, but it doesn't really go deep into what this chip is or how it affects the noise cancellation in the environment. Field test. So I'm awkwardly standing in the corner of my street. There's a busy road there, so if these things are canceling any noise, we're gonna see. Suppose there's a button though. Let's see, I'm gonna click both of them. No light change, but let's see. I don't know. So these are supposed to be noise canceling. Hopefully we'll see. Okay, I'm back outside because I found the button. So it's green now. The button's on the microphone. It's a little yellow one. So you have your receiver thing. It's plugged into my phone. I have microphone here. And then right now, I think green means noise canceling. And then you can go blue, which I guess is non-noise canceling if I wanted all the noise. But I'm gonna go inside before my neighbors think I'm weirder than I already am. The cheap ones, they didn't have anything like that. It was just a little USB thingy that plugs in and it sucked. So I'm not bitter about that. I'm not bitter at all that I have to take 2 sets of those back. Now that I think about it, why did I buy? If you watched the video of my son and I playing with boomerangs at the park, the audio was trash. It was terrible.
On my 3D printer, which, who doesn't want a boomerang?
And I was only like 3 or 4 feet from my phone, so I'm hoping these are a lot better. So we'll get back to that. Lightweight and compact. That's true. This could totally fit in your pocket. If you didn't want to have to actually bring the zipper case, I don't see why you would have to. You would need to hold on to the little cord though. So if you are responsible and you can hold on to a little cord without losing it, you could just carry this. And this has its own charger port. So if you're going on a trip, something like that, you could just pack this thing with you in the car and you'd be good. And then also once you're out and about, put it in your pocket, you're good. As long as you have pockets, you're gonna need pockets. But I trust you're gonna bring pockets if you're gonna bring this thing with you. So it's 11.8 grams, so very, very light. I actually like the build quality of it though. So I was gonna say that's almost too light, but it's not. It could be too light for things, but the way that this is built, it feels good. The one drawback I do feel is the hinge system seems kinda janky a little bit. So we'll see how that works. I hate to say it like this because obviously you want your lid to stay on, but if that came off, it wouldn't make this unusable. So I really hope my lid doesn't fall off, and I hope I don't have to take that road and figure that out. If that's the least of my worries on the build quality of this thing, then that's cool. Battery life. So they say that you can have 8 hours of continuous working time with these. I'm curious about that. I know you get some exaggerated time runs with your phone when you first get it because they lie to you and say it's going to be good for like 4 days, but that's assuming you don't actually touch it. So if these are tested at 8 hours of continuous working time, I can't see any outside element that's going to make this work harder than it is just consistently like your phone would. If I open up 12 different apps on my phone, I'm going to be using more battery power than someone that just has it sitting on their countertop. So these should be somewhat similar to that, I would think. We'll see. I don't know if I'll ever do an 8-hour-long video. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just not going to do that. If these can survive my longest videos, I've hit that thing like 6 times and I'm not even gonna move. That's so dumb. If these can last a few hours, I think that'd be awesome, right? If you were doing interviews, if you were walking around an event and you didn't want to have to worry about these dying, an 8-hour continuous runtime is quite a bit of time. And in between those interviews you're doing, you can actually plug these back in and the case will charge up your microphones and receiver. So that's cool. Here is where I kind of call BS. These say they'll work over 650 feet away from your receiver. I mean, it's possible. I'm not a microphone expert. But that just seems really far, and I had my son go in another room outside of line of sight, so there is that. But I had my son go in another room, and it was all choppy. And I don't have a mansion. Maybe they mean 656 feet direct line of sight, and maybe they still work. I don't know. You don't need to be 650 feet. If you're making a video or something 650 feet away from your phone, I want to see your lens. I bet you have an awesome lens, and I want to see it. So one more key feature that I think is actually a really huge selling point, and it was for me at least, was the compatibility. So I bet with most microphones, if you had the right equipment, the right cables, and things like that, you could probably mix and match with devices with the microphone. But this one came with a very simple setup. I mean, just having a few of these little cords that they stretch out. I mean, they're compact. Having that and also being able to fit those in this case is awesome. So if I had a friend that had a different phone and for some reason we're going to use his, or I jump over and want to use a laptop, I have all of that right here in this case. So that for me is huge. Again, these were $89 on Amazon. And actually, I just looked there, they have a second MK2 now. So if you wanted to get something even a little more expensive, that one's available as well. So I will report back after a few months of using these things. But my first reaction to seeing this product is they're awesome, right? Again, the build quality is cool. The features they come with is awesome. The small amount of testing that I've done seemed really good. So I'm gonna go and edit this video and see just how well they work, which sucks because I already don't like the sound of my voice. I don't think anyone really does. I know a few people that do. But I don't really like the sound of my voice. So this is gonna make it even more clear. So that sucks, but in a good way, which is so whiny sometimes. All right, so I'm gonna go do that. But thank you. Again, so these are the Hollyland Lark MK1 wireless lavalier. Lavalier? I'm gonna go lavalier just because that's what I think it is. Microphone. So these are available on Amazon, and I will put a link down in the description. And again, I'll tell you what I think of them, but that's just my opinion. You may have a much better opinion. You do you, boo-boo. Okay, thank you.